Hello and welcome to a new video of Sports Originals. Today I'm here again with Arno. Arno, welcome back.
Hi guys.
Today I want to talk to you about returning a boast. So how do you prepare for the boast? How do you observe a boast? What's the footwork like? And what are your options after a boast? Let's get into it. Okay. So I think a few key elements are important. And the first one is already your T position, like one of the fundamentals. But on this T position with the boast, or going towards a boast that's being played, is observing. And what I think is important here is that you wait a little bit longer on the T before you move. So in a split second, what I want to do is calculate height, speed and angle on the ball, knowing where the ball will end up in the front area of the court, so I can adjust my footwork to this boast. And this is something I think most players struggle with. What I find with the players I coach is they say, yeah, for me a boast is a boast. I always use the same footwork going into the corner. So they don't really take notice of what kind of a boast is being played. Is it a three-wall boast? So will it go side wall, front wall, and in the other side wall in once? Or is it a two-wall boast? And is it a two-wall boast attacking? So is it front wall somewhere in the middle? So second bounce will be maybe somewhere close to the side wall? Or is it side wall and somewhere here in the front wall? So the ball will bounce and come out of the side wall again. These three types of boasts have obviously also different footwork to use getting into that corner. But this all starts for me with observing from the tee what kind of boast is coming in. Is it a quick boast? Is it a slow boast? Is it being played high? Is it being played low? And I think to make it easy for yourself is first off, where will the ball go? Is it a heavy boast and will the boast end up maybe in this area? Or is it a more attacking boast? Will it end up more in the front area of the court? Because when it's a heavier boast, so a less good boast, you don't need your first step to go forward. Probably you're better off taking your first step sideways, getting behind the ball. Now we're going to make it a bit more challenging for Arno. Arno is still playing the boast, and I'm allowed now either to play a straight drive or a cross court. I think what is important to mention, Arno said this before, is if you go for that cross court on the boast, it's important you use width. Because if you don't use enough width, especially with a player like Arno who is tall and has a big reach, he will probably cut you up. So you probably will see me play cross court lobs as well. Yeah? Notice also the height I use on the front wall playing this drive. What I see a lot after a boast is that people use not enough height getting the ball not behind the service box. And this is an area, I think, hitting the ball into the service box where maybe you don't realize, but you create chaos for your rally. If you make sure you get your balls behind that box, your opponent just needs to move a little bit further and you have a little bit more time on the tee or getting back to the tee and hunt for the next shot. Yeah? So notice height, notice my waiting, and notice also Arno searching for either a drive or a cross court what I'm playing. Yeah? I don't know if you notice, what I realize now is that when it's either a three-wall boast or a boast that comes out of the side wall quite a bit, it's easier for me to create the angle for the cross court. The more the second bounce is going for the side wall, the more straight I do it. Having said that, I am a player who hits it straight more than cross, because I feel with the cross court there's always a possibility somebody is hunting for it or maybe guessing for the cross court. Also, if the cross is not great, you create an open angle for the straight line for your opponent. So keeping the ball straight is always for me a safe option, making sure I can still close out that corner, waiting for them to play either the boast or the cross court. Yeah, this is funny, or for me funny, because now I can see it from the back, and for me it's obvious, but I don't know for you. You have a late racket preparation, and it's hard now for you to create power into your shot. See what happens if you exaggerate that preparation, yeah? So this is what I do in coaching. If you go on the tee, what I see is this, going up. And what I want is going up. Already threatening either with a straight drive, a drop shot or a cross court. This, you lose your timing. So keep this up, keep the racket above the hand. Keep it up, keep it up. Up, 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 up. It's down. Up, up, up. Yeah, there you go. Nice, nice. Also on the forehand now, yeah? Up, up, yes. Much better, much better. So, now his preparation is nice. Now I want you to wait a bit longer. Because on the last one, I think you rushed in too early, forward, but the ball was heavy. So what happened was, it's behind you. Because you have a good prep, you get away with it. But I think you have much better quality if you just wait. Fraction longer, yeah? Observe what kind of boast. Rack it up, rack it up. Yeah, that one was nice. So, I think for Arno, what is important for him is 1, racket prep, and 2, making sure you get behind the ball. So, you had a few balls here where you use your left foot, you were in balance, but I think if you would have, not that you don't put effort in, but if you put more effort in your footwork, it takes a bit more energy, but the quality of the shot will be better. So in the end, it will give you more time because your ball is better, they have more trouble, you have more time on the tee. Yeah, so making sure every time you try to go get behind the ball perfect, in balance, and hit it. Really put a lot of effort in getting behind the ball really, really well, yeah? Nice. Yeah, wait for it, wait for it. That's nice. Nice weight. That's great. Nice. Show the thread. Yeah, there you go. Show the thread. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. On the last few, what I liked was Arno was using a lot more height. So the hard shots, most of the time we're here, I would go, if you hit it hard, maybe this height, and if you go for medium pace 80%, exaggerate your height. Making sure the ball goes behind the box is more important than hitting it hard. Yeah? This. Because now I need to go to the back completely and you can hunt for that shot. Either a boast will come in or maybe a volley. Yeah? What you can see as well here is that Arno uses a lot of open stance hitting his shot. So you're using his right leg, which I think is completely fine. I even think that it's easier to hit at cross court then. You need to make sure though, this is a very technical thing and you're already like a higher grade player. So you understand with using that open stance, you use your weight well and you direct your ball well. Using an open stance often this will happen and the ball will come back to you. So if you use that open stance, which is fine, it's more risky though, because it's easier to rotate the shoulders back and the ball will come back to you. So if you use your left foot, it's harder to rotate through and it's easier to hit that ball straight. In the book they say use your left foot. I would say use whatever occurs and is better at that moment. But know that when you use open stance, you really need to direct your follow through, making sure the ball goes straight, using those shoulders. So not too much rotation or out of the hip. You know, you really need to hold your stance and follow through, keeping that parallel to the sidewall as much as possible. Okay, so a quick sum up. What I think is important here, first observing what kind of boast. And this is something you will build this by doing it a lot. Don't just go randomly into the corner because you know there's a boast coming. Really observe what kind of boast is coming. And what I do is I watch the racket of my opponent, watch the position of my opponent, and maybe in that fraction of a second I would like to see where does the ball go into the sidewall. Making that calculation of where it will end up in the front area of the court. So with that observing, you probably will get a good idea whether the ball will go in the front area or in the mid-front area of the court. So that's one. Second thing I think is important is your racket preparation of the tee. So once you know the ball is coming to your backhand or your forehand, making sure your racket position and threatening with that racket preparation the options you have hitting your shot, whether it's going to be a drop shot, a drive, a cross court, a lob, whatever, showing showing a preparation. It doesn't have to be here. Showing this will be enough to play either a drop or maybe a drive. Racket prep, very important for the timing of your shot. Third thing, which I think is important here, is making that final rotation into your shot. So either whether the ball is in that mid-front or front area, both, I want to do that last rotation into the shot. I don't want to get into a straight line because then there's a lot of maneuvering with the racket getting any shots. So making sure when you go to the front, making that rotation, hitting it straight, hitting it cross court, or even when it's in the mid front, making that rotation, getting the shoulder underneath the chin. With that rotation, it's obviously very important you stay behind the ball, and especially with balls that will bounce somewhere here coming out of the side wall. What I see a lot with players is, say for instance, the ball will bounce here, goes into the side wall, so will probably end up in the air somewhere here, hitting it. What I see a lot now is that players place their foot here, and then it's very difficult straightening this shot because you're not behind the ball. So making sure when this happens, the distance here would be somewhere here, trying to get that ball coming towards you and then hitting it. Making sure that last step is not in front of the ball but always behind. And if you miscalculate, which is fine, it happens, say for instance the ball bounces there, don't just step towards the side wall, maybe make this rotation. That's fine as well. At least you're getting your shoulder behind the ball and getting some weight in that shot. Yeah? Getting behind the ball, very important. And then, like we mentioned, the shot selection. What are you playing on what kind of a boast? Slow boast, probably hit it to the back again using height. When it's a quicker boast, maybe go for a drop shot, or if you're under pressure, using the height and the lob, getting the ball back in play, and using height on the front wall. Getting the ball behind the box is a key element in the game anyway, but especially after a boast. When you leave your shot short in the service box, you probably are under pressure for the next 3 shots. If not, you lose the rally. So Placing your shot, very important. Yeah. So this boast, it's also a very difficult one. I mean, because there's so many variations in what kind of a boast can be played, and even in like a two-wall boast could be a variation in speed, height, and how you, even the court could be a difference, the ball could be a difference. Getting behind the ball is, I think, key here. So it's a very gray area also to tell you how to approach this shot. Hopefully these key elements help, and let me know if it works for you. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was helpful again. Please leave your comments down below. I try to respond to every single one of them. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this channel, so I can keep building this channel, make more videos for you guys. Arno, thank you very much for helping out again. Maybe another time, next week, maybe tomorrow. Oh yeah, see you on the next one.